This is one of those rare royal stories where almost everyone in uniform is right and almost everyone in the commentary areas is slightly off. The decision to let Andrew Mountbatten Windsor keep his Falklands, or more precisely his South Atlantic medal, is not an act of indulgence, it's an act of boundary drawing. It says everything that was bestowed can go, everything that was earned in danger stays, and that's the core of it. What are gone are title stars and an honorary naval rank of Vice Admiral. These are expressions of royal favour and public standing, so once the standing is disgraced they can be removed. What remains is an operational service medal, which in British practice is not the Crown saying you are admirable in general, it's the state recording that on specific dates you did a specific risky thing for the country. That sits in a different moral box. Even the Defence Secretary said he would follow the King's lead on the medals because they are service-based, not status-based. The South Atlantic Medal was not handed out for being royal. About 33,000 were issued, but only about 1 in 10 received the rosette that signals service in the combat zone. Andrew was in that smaller group, flying Sea King missions from HMS Invincible in 1982. That places him alongside every other young air crew who spent that spring and early summer doing anti-submarine work, casualty evacuation and search and rescue in one of the most dangerous operating environments the Royal Navy had seen since Korea. You do not retrofit disgrace onto a flight log. Simon Weston and others have supplied the monarchy with its best justification. Their line is brutally clear. You can humiliate a man for his conduct in civilian life, but you do not rewrite the day he did his duty under fire. To remove a campaign medal would not only punish Andrew, it would cheapen theirs, because it would imply that medals are irrevocable symbols of respectability rather than records of service. That is why Weston called removing it morally indefensible. He was protecting the integrity of the medal system, not the reputation of Andrew. Charles has been flinty about everything else: titles, residence, honorary rank. That marks a single exception, more, not less, intelligible. If you strip a brother of every bestowed dignity and then also take the one thing he actually earned, you've crossed from firm accountability into theatrical cruelty. Monarchs cannot look vindictive. They can be severe, but not petty. Keeping the medal prevents the whole exercise from looking like a pile-on engineered by the palace and the government. There's also a quiet legal cultural point. In the UK, we very rarely take medals away unless the offence is directly tied to military service or is so grave that forfeiture is specifically advised. Veterans were quick to note that men convicted of serious crimes have kept their campaign medals. If you suddenly make one notorious figure an exception, you turn the medal roll into a popularity contest, and the veterans were really saying, do not make us dependent on tomorrow's headlines. Nothing about this decision rehabilitates Andrew in public life. He's lost his styles, his platform, and his future. Even palace-friendly reporting says so. What survives is a single episode from 1982 when, aged 22, he did what every other young officer was ordered to do. That past cannot be edited just because the present is embarrassing. The medal is an historical fact, pinned to his chest. Removing it would have been an attempt to edit history, not to correct conduct. To the armed forces it says, you earned honours, and these are safe from politics. To the public it says, the monarchy is willing to cut away privilege, but it will not trample over service. That is a good line for the Crown to hold in 2025, when it is already under scrutiny for how it treats the wider York household. The whole point of the honours reform is to reconnect reward with merit. And here, for once, that has actually happened.